Welcome to RenmanMusicandBusiness.com. My name is Steve Rennie. I am the Renman, and this is Renman Live. On today's show, Mr. Jason Flom, president of Lava Records. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome Jason Flom?
Hey, Renman, what are you doing?
Right.
I made a deal with my dad that I had a year to become a rock star, else I had to go to college, because I had no interest in going to college. But I had to get a job. So luckily, I knew somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody who got me an interview at Warner Communications, and I wound up with a trainee field merchandiser position. Why is this story interesting? Well, because what I learned is if you can get your foot in the door, you can make something happen. I didn't have any idea what I was getting into. It was July 31st. They gave me a staple gun, some double-sided tape, and a bunch of Led Zeppelin posters, and I ran around putting up posters in record stores, smoking weed like a chimney, and I thought, this is the greatest job in history. The most important thing in the music industry is this particular motion right here. Somebody goes in their pocket, takes out some money, and pays for a piece of music.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
Yeah.
The public's always right, but the minute you take somebody who's, who thinks they know music and you put them behind a desk and ask them to start making judgments, they stop thinking, objectively. They start thinking subjectively, right? They start analyzing. Once you start analyzing, your opinion stinks.
Yeah.
I think the most important point we can make here today, for those of you who are artists or managers or want to make it in the music business, is you can't take no for an answer. I've told every A&R guy, I think, who's worked for me, when you find the one that's the one, and you're willing to lay down in front of a train for it, make it known. Don't just send it and hope that I'm going to hear it, because, everybody's wrong most of the time. When you really feel it in your gut, you got to go for it, and you can't take no for an answer. You got to find ways around the obstacles, because there's going to be tons of them.
Are you signing artists for one album at a time? Are you still doing one, then possibly another in the future? I guess?
Yeah, we try to typically sign for 5 albums, and everything's changing as we speak. The new thing now seems to be we're really trying to break a lot of artists off EPs, because when you're a young A&R person or a young manager or whatever, you're only going to get a couple of shots, and one of them better hit, or else you're going to be back to bagging groceries.
Wondering what you see as the biggest tipping point these days. Obviously it all plays in, but just what the biggest tipping point, what kind of breaks an artist's career? If that's usually still a radio song, YouTube hit, a great tour slot, or maybe a licensing placement, or if it's just totally different for everyone.
If a band's got magic, there's going to be a moment at which something, one of those things you just mentioned, will cause a reaction, which is called sales, right? And what you have to
Please make note of that, folks. It's called, what was it again?
Sales.
Sales.
So